Navika, you heard it, I heard it, we all heard it. One comment I cannot resist is, I wonder how Pakistan forcefully says he was an Indian spy and he was sent by India, but then at the same time says India hasn't proved that he was an Indian national. I don't know. This is what we heard just now. So anyway, let's
Mr. Harish Salve, the other question is suddenly Pakistan brings up the fact that there was a passport that was presented to India, a passport where there was a Muslim name. These facts have never been given by the High Commission to the Indian side, and that was your entire case.
I don't want to, you picked it up, you've seen the transcript, I don't want to comment anything more. But let me also remind you, Navika, none of this is relevant. The question is consular access. As I said in the morning, the more grievous the charge, the greater the need for procedural safeguards. If somebody, what did we do with Kasab? How did we try him? So the graver the charge, the more the need for procedural safeguards. Today we heard a lot.
But Mr. Harish Salve, there was another question. They said, the Pakistani side said that there is going to be no execution in the next 1 week or 1 month. So there is no urgency for this hearing at all. Do you think this is a deposition or this is an argument that's been given to hoodwink the court?
You almost picked up something interesting, Navika. The agent in his opening suggested there was no urgency because there is some 60 days for one clemency, 90 days for one clemency. That takes you to 4 or 5 months, and he said in the meanwhile the court can hear the main case. So this is like saying, okay, we won't do anything, you hear the main case. Let's see where we go.
Mr. Salve, this is Rahul Shivshankar. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. And, I was struck by the complete silence on part of the Pakistani counsel on the question of consular access and why, for the life of Mr. Kulbhushan Jadhav, they couldn't explain why they had denied him consular access, one. And two, why they hadn't handed over to India the verdict copy or the case copy. Did that also strike you as a point?
That and a lot more. Anyway.
No, but why do you think they were not forthcoming on that point, and how germane is that? Because, sir, that's exciting a lot of conversation back here in India.
You're assuming that there is an answer. If there isn't, there isn't.
So you mean to say that because they don't have an answer?
Mr. Harish Salve, did it strike you?
They really don't have a leg to stand on that one question. It's not because India has not cooperated in the investigation.
Yeah. Anyway, you all heard, we all heard. So let's see what the court decides.
Mr. Harish Salve, just on the form of the deposition made by the Pakistani side, Barrister Qureshi, my question to you is, did you think it was a legal deposition or did you think it was a rhetorical, political statement that was being made in the International Court of Justice? How did you classify it?
As a lawyer, I will not like to comment on the submissions of another lawyer.
But he said that, we were using the space as one for theatrics.
That's all right.
People are very angry.
You heard it, I heard it, the judges heard it.
People are extremely angry, sir. People are very angry here in India after they heard the Pakistani, lawyers spewing all sorts of lies, fallacious lies. And I just wanted, therefore, for you to set the record straight. What were the 3 lacunas in your estimation, sir, please? If you could.
No, I don't want to start getting into
but
that,
you must have a loose idea, at least a loose assessment.
The one comment, of course, which I couldn't resist is that he was I don't know if he was an Indian spy, but the lawyer said that we have not proved that he was an Indian national. So I don't know where they are coming from on that.
Okay.
One of our points was...
Mr. Harish Salve.
Yeah, sorry, you were elaborating on that.
Mr. Salve.
See, in 2 of the
cases, please go on, Mr.
came against
Salve.
America, there used to be a doubt about the nationality of the person who was arrested. Like if Mr. Legrand was arrested, nobody knew he was really a German national. Stuff like that. Here, the allegation is he is an Indian spy sent to India, but then the lawyer also made the point that India has not proved his nationality. So I don't know where we end up with all this. Anyway, this is the kind of contradictions.
On the question of human rights, Mr. Harish Salve, on the question of human rights, there was no explanation also forthcoming on why the parents of Kulbhushan Jadhav had still not been given any visas. There was absolute silence on that. Did that strike you?
That and a lot more struck me, but I don't want to argue about it.
So you have actually formed an assessment. You have actually formed an assessment, but you're not going to share it with us. I understand that. I know these are sensitive matters. By when can we expect, sir, some sort of a resolution to all of this? Because no date has been set by the judge, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think it will be very long, because on the note on which it's ended today, that in principle they hinted to the court that nothing will be done in such a hurry and the court should hear the case. So that's what we are saying. Don't do anything and the court hears the case. So we are pretty close on that.
And there was one point that he began by
Mr.
stating
Harish
that
Salve, the other question is...
The video evidence was not accepted by the court. Why was that?
Yeah.
Could you explain that? I didn't understand that point. He said that, look, we wanted to present the video, but they didn't allow us.
Yeah, the court did not allow it because... we objected and the court did not allow it. They felt it was not appropriate.
Oh, okay, on what grounds was it not appropriate, sir?
Well, there'll be a written order which we will see shortly, but we were just told the bottom line.
Is that a setback?
Your call.
But in your assessment, your professional assessment.
Well, if you want to show something, obviously it helps your case. If you're denied that right, it's a setback. So in that sense, yeah.
Important, very important. Navika.
I mean, Rahul, come on. If he had shown it, you would have shown it all over India.
I would have.
That's what they wanted.
I would have.
That's what they wanted. And that opportunity was taken away.
Yeah, that's a very astute observation. Yeah, so it was a setback.
So Mr. Harish Salve, normally yourself with so much experience, you would have a gut feel on how the case really went on in the court. What's your gut feel on this particular case?
Navika, now you're being naughty. I'm not going to
No, there's just a lot of
expectations. I'm trying to get you to speak. Mr. Harish Salve, I hope you can join me on the Newshour tonight. On the Newshour tonight, after you've relaxed a bit.
After the order, I'll tell you a lot.
Okay, that would be good. That would be. Are you heading out to London now?
Yes, I'm leaving tonight.
Okay, so tonight itself. Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Salve. There you have it, Navika. Very, very important. 3 or 4 points made by Mr. Salve. I think Pakistan has not been able to explain its case, and I think Mr. Salve, being the very responsible international lawyer that he is, has told us basically that it was a bit underwhelming. His response was underwhelming.